Today I'm breaking down two online ranked matches, just showcasing how I make reads, pre-snap reads, what 100% of players play like, even myself, and much more. So, I'm Kentucky going up against South Carolina. My opponent presses right here on cover 3. As you guys see, I'm so used to doing this route, you guys see a bunch of highlights of it. And, of course, right when people press, you know I'm going to throw it deep, regardless. Now, my square receiver gets inside leverage, speed kills. I got step on my opponent, even though he's in cover 3. And this is an easy lob pass. I do it all the time, and I know when to make an accurate pass and time it. You guys are going to see a lot of repetitiveness because, I'm used to doing the same things over and over. Now, of course, when you play opponents, they usually have a go-to scheme, 3 plays, same formation. In this case, my opponent runs the same formation starting out his scheme, which is a trips. Now, of course, I got bailed out right there because he had a illegal forward pass. It's called back, but then he's sticking in this trips formation. Now he flips it over to the left. Now, here's something that I intake from people that play like this, and this goes for everybody. Now, like I said, you play people that have a scheme, have the same go-to plays. Now, in this case, my opponent has a formation for a scheme, but he runs a variety of plays. But right here, you guys are going to see what he likes to do. Now, very unfortunate, this should have been a pick, but he also made a great read as he continues on, gets a first down pickup. Now he's changing up his look from the trip set. This is one thing that I keep reminder of what they like to do. So I have press off coverage. He's going to throw a quick out route. So I take that into consideration to remember. Reason why is because people tend to go back to things that certainly work. So now right here, as he's changing up from trips formation, his go-to scheme, this is where it kind of separates the skill gap because people tend to get out of the comfort zone when they can't run their scheme. Now, when you're a very competitive player like me, you're very good at disguising your coverage or doing the same thing, but you're always adjusting. That's what I do here. So I'm showcasing a cover 3 cloud over, but you guys see the 2 adjustments. I blitz my left linebacker because if he runs, I shoot the gap as well. And then for RPO, pretty much manning up the slot. DB. Now I'll go in like I'm blitzing, fake out, which makes my opponent panics, thinks he has a tight end open, and throws a quick pass to the tight end, which of course I get a user lurk. This happens a lot of times. But it's also a guessing game, and you got to figure out how to backside just in case if you mess up. So like right here, you got to anticipate when your opponent runs. Like I'm used to making reads like this, so once again, I'm blitzing my left linebacker to help me out, shoot the gap. So either gap, controlled blitz would stop the inside zone runs. You guys are going to see that done perfectly right here. Now he does get a branching tackle, and of course, breaks free a little bit, picks up some huge yardage. But that's how I tend to pretty much stop the runs. Now, at this point, he's just asking coach and going with whatever. But for some reason right here, it goes back to back with the same play, double drag routes. He's going to end up connecting this time with the tight end. Now, during this drive, of course, he's just running random things and he's going to slowly get downfield, which a lot of times when I play my opponents, I make them work for their yards. I don't really give up anything too big unless I make a mistake or you catch me off guard making adjustments. Now, right here, remember, I took that consideration of when I have a back off DB, he's going to try to throw to that wide side of the field for a quick pass. That's what he's going to do. So right here, I adjust my defense for a cover 2 look, man up the slot just in case he runs an RPO, and I'm using the far side, slot side linebacker just in case he hits the tight end or anything close in that range. But I put my cornerback in the hard flats, and without any hesitation, that's what he's going to end up going to because he had that same look before and he done that same exact pass. This is how you have to remember what people's go-to things that they like to do. So it may not be the same 3 plays or the scheme formation, but of course they have something that they take into consideration that they can go to, and that was something that I remember. And that's a thing that a lot of people don't really do when it comes to competing. You have to have that extra layer when it comes to those type of details, and that's what a lot of people don't really do nowadays. So of course he rage quits. Now for my next opponent, I'm facing West Virginia. Haven't really played them that much. Don't know what they like to do, but every single match, no matter what team I'm facing, everybody has a different way of playing. But they all have a similar format where they're good at one thing or the other. So, like, people have schemes on just offense, not very good on defense, or it's vice versa. They have a scheme on defense, they're not good on offense, and then they're good at either passing or running the ball. In this case, my opponent, it looks like he's amazingly good on defense and he loves to blitz. And I mean, you can make a pre-snap read just based off the look. DBs is, pressed off, all box on the line, and it looks like he's sending pressure. A lot of people can disguise this and pull off different coverages and fake blitzes, which you guys would see a little bit more of. Now, starting out, he's going to have a full-on blitz. Of course, I'm going to try to throw deep because, I have been doing this deep pass play forever. I'm used to it, especially when it comes to man blitz. But you guys see what coverage he pulls. It's like a cover 2 on the backside, which is the left side, which obviously squares open. And all I got to do is, angle past it. But of course, I didn't have enough time. But you guys are going to see a difference where he doesn't send that extra linebacker, which he's using against the running back because he don't want to really use it, but he wants to have double coverage against the running back just in case I throw a check down. But he's going to do the same exact thing, just sending one less player, and I'm able to have time this time to make that angle pass for an easy touchdown. And this is how I tell, or how you can tell people are basically playing the same, because people will not change the look. It's just like me. I'm not going to change my look until you basically stop what I have to offer. But for the most part, people are unable to really change the aspect of how they play. So you guys are going to see throughout this game where my opponent pretty much sits in the same exact defense. And I showcased this numerous times. Now, right here, this is why I enjoy the wear and tear system. So, of course, I got a huge hit stick on his running back on that first play. Very next play, right here, I'm expecting like a RPO with the tight end going to like a flat route, and either he's handing it off to the running back or some type of screen route out of this formation, because I faced this look before, and this is what a lot of people run out of this formation. So I end up using my strong safety on these type of plays, basically to the side that he's doing it to. Now he throws a screen route. Of course, I bypass 2 blockers, end up having my hard-hitting safety to come in, and I'm able to knock the ball loose because play earlier caused a wear and tear on this running back. He goes back to him, and he's a scrawny running back, so of course a forced fumble happens there. Back on offense, look what he does. Now this time he's going back off and then press, which of course is going to be an automatic beat on a DB that's trying to press late, because realistically they can't catch up to speed when a person is in a full motion run. And when they're trying to come down to play like that, that's 100% getting beat. So I end up scoring easily, once again on his defense, his man blitz, and he tried to man up and try to fake me out with his adjustments. Doesn't work. Now on offense, this is a terrible thing to do, especially when you play somebody that has amazing user skills with a linebacker. Now, he has 4 routes running in pretty much the same area. Now, of course, my right linebacker pressed inside the tight end on whatever route he was running, but of course, when you have routes like this, it messes up your reads, and then, of course, I had a little bit of pressure because of that, and it looks like he was trying to throw to a post corner route, which was covered, and obviously disrupted the pass, got a user pick 6. So, continuing on, back on defense, the score is 21-0. Game's pretty much over. Now, he tries to flip the play right here, and I don't know what he saw. Like, there's a lot of times where people literally don't see who I'm using, and they throw it right to me. Blind read. Back on offense, look at his defense. He hasn't changed anything up. And because of that, look what happens. Now, of course, this is a shorter field to throw with, but I'm used to it. I had inside leverage. All I have to do is lead to the right. So that's a lot of times a lot of people can't make, is making accurate passes based off the leverage that you get. Now, of course, if he used the safety, he probably would have had a chance to at least pick me off or swat the ball. But, of course, most likely because I have a step and, he's kind of late there, probably wouldn't happen, but it's never guaranteed. Now, I was able to make this accurate pass and keep my guy in balance to make this touchdown pass. And right after that, he ends up rage quitting. But for the most part, it just goes to show how a lot of people don't really change up things unless it gets stopped and then they have nothing else to go to. From game to game, my reads is completely different and it's never the same, but what I do is just based off what you do. A lot of people try to do money plays or schemes that they think works because other YouTubers try to help them, walk them through. And for me, that's not the case. You guys may see the same passing plays over and over. That's just because a lot of people give me the same exact looks and play the same exact style. And that's why I'm able to make these deep passes to basically the same person over and over and over. And then, of course, I have haters that say, oh, that's easy to stop. Yes, it's easy to stop because I ain't doing nothing special. I'm just doing it based off what you're giving me, what the look you're giving me. If you stop it, I have other options to go to. It's just the fact that people give me the same look. I'm going to hit the same person that is always guaranteed to be open until you actually show me something where you're actually going to defend it, and then I have other options. If you're going to defend deep, I'm going to throw it short. It's just, a chess game. You're just playing checkers or chess with your opponent and figuring out if they're going to make adjustments, and then if you're going to adjust based off what they're doing. That's one-on-one logic. Anybody can do that, but it's just based off how you play. And like that opponent right there for West Virginia, he just sat in the same defense. He's not going to really change anything. So, yeah, there's a lot to it. People can't do what I do. People can't make the reads like I do and then adapt to it. But nowadays, a lot of people try to copy and paste, not knowing how to make these type of reads, and then their scheme doesn't really work out because they're just copying somebody else that's trying to teach them. I'm not trying to teach you guys anything. I'm just trying to show you guys what I end up facing and what I end up doing. Other than that, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.